Hi guys, welcome back to Anthro Anime. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another one of Roshi's Anime Countdowns. If you're new to my channel, my name is Roshi, the Celestial Turtle Dragon. Welcome. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. This particular countdown is having to do with animes that have tournaments in them, so fighting tournament animes, or that have a section of the anime that involves the main characters or the main plot having to battle in some type of a tournament. So I thought that would be something interesting and cool to watch. So let's get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you like this shameless plug, this lovely Anthro anime hoodie that I'm wearing, please check out my Teespring store. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you guys to check them out. They're really cool. I had to order one myself to check it out first, and I really like their quality. So if you don't mind supporting me that way, that's great too. Without further ado, let's get started, guys. Alright, let's kick these fighting tournaments off with a oldie but a goodie, Yu Yu Hakusho. This was one of my first and favorite anime series that I started off with. The basic storyline is that Yusuke Hirameshi was killed trying to protect the little girl. He's a delinquent and he has a bad attitude, so this kind of threw everybody off in spirit world, and so they decided to let him come back to life, and when he did, he was known as the spirit detective. Throughout the series, he makes friends with Hiei, Kurama, who are both demons, and Kuwabara, who's another high school delinquent like himself. They end up entering into what's known as the Dark Tournament in order to defeat some very powerful demons. So this tournament is basically a life or death situation for both Yusuke and his friends and the human world. There is some pretty intense and brutal fights that go on in the series. It's a really good series. I highly recommend it. The next show I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with, and that's Naruto. And this is the Chunin exam portion. So this is the first part of the series, well, when everybody was young and they had to go through the Chunin exam to see if they could become Chunin ninja. And it was just like a testing of their strength. They were battling against their fellow classmates in order to see who could achieve the next level in their ninja journey. Naruto is a really good series. Both of you are probably familiar with Naruto Shippuden, which is the next step when they kind of do the time skip and they're older. But in this one, they're all younger and they're battling in the Chunin exam, and it's a really cool and interesting aspect to the Naruto franchise. Next up is one of my more recent favorites is Hunter x Hunter. This is a show that centers on a young boy named Gon. His father was an adventurer and took off when he was young and kind of challenged him to find him. So Gon and his friend Killua meet up, and they're actually very powerful fighters even at a young age. They start to hone those skills and train and end up going up against some pretty powerful adults and some evil organizations that they are fighting to dismantle. Killua is actually a part of an assassin family and comes from an assassin lineage, so he's very skilled as well. This is a very cool and interesting show as well. I highly recommend you guys check Hunter x Hunter out. The next show is Dead Man's Wonderland. The premise is based around a young boy who is in high school. He was sitting in his high school class, and a shadowy figure appeared and murdered everybody in his class except for him. So, of course, he got blamed for all of their murders. He was sent to Dead Man's Wonderland, which is like a high tech kind of carnival like prison for basically crazy people. But after he was sent to the prison, he found out that he could, after that encounter in his classroom, control his blood and turn it into like a gun-like weapon. Part of being in this prison is that the inmates participate in the um, corpse carnival, which is them fighting against other inmates to the death or until the point where they're incapacitated. So it's a very interesting series. And finally, but not least, I will leave you guys with My Hero Academia, and this is the sports festival episodes. So these have different themes. There's everything from fighting to them doing different types of races and competing against their classmates. But this arc of the series really shows how all the individual students have grown, how they learn to use their powers and utilize them, dealing with different emotional issues. But it's pretty much nonstop drag out fights from start to finish. You really get to see different sides of certain main characters. If you're already watching the series, I think this is in season 2 that most of this goes on. So I highly encourage that you guys give My Hero Academia a watch. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you next week. Bye bye now.